Hi, I'm Emily. Thank you so much for purchasing my template. If you're here, it's because your template came with the link to this tutorial. So I'm going to do a brief walk through Canva, if you will, and teach you all kinds of different things that you can do. So the first thing you would do is you're going to click on the link that you got in your PDF, and you'll need to log in. If you don't have an account already, you'll have to sign up. It's free and it's awesome. I'm going to show you lots of really cool stuff to do in here. What I'm going to do first is walk you through replacing the images in your template, which is very easy. It's just a couple step process. Easy once you know how to do those couple steps. The first thing you're going to do is you need to upload your photos into Canva. You're going to go to Uploads and you're going to go to Upload Files. And when you click on that, it's basically going to have you navigate through your computer, and then you can add whatever files you want to here. It has certain needs, like it only wants JPEGs and PNGs and certain size limits. So if it shoots you out an error that it's too large, you just need to resize your image and put it back in. That's not a big deal. Once you have all your images in, you can start to just drag and drop them into the boxes. It's really as simple as you click on the photo that you want. It will drop into your document, and then you're going to slide it into the box, and the box will grab it. Now, in this instance, that's pretty small and far away, so I'll probably want to enlarge it. So I need to double click, and then I can pull on the bounding boxes and enlarge it. Okay, double click. If you single click, you're going to be so mad at yourself. Don't do that. Don't do that. And then if you do that and you are upset, it's okay, because you can just go back in time up here with the undo button, which is also Command Z. So we just go back to where we were and everything is fine. But remember to double click so you don't have to do that. That's what it is. Every single image, same thing. You're just dumping them in, and you can rotate them here and you can size them. Always double clicking, okay? That's easy. Your background may or may not have come with a background already in it. It may just be plain white. If it's plain white, then you can add a background. If it's got a background, you can take away the background. You just click on it, click on your background. You can delete it. Let's say you didn't want to delete it. You can Command Z, undo. You can find a new background. So let's say this is your template. So you're thinking this is your master template. The very first thing I would do, but this is just me, is I would make a copy of this for yourself. So I would go to File and I would go Make a Copy. Okay, and now I'm working in a completely different document. This is my master's, and I'm not going to touch it. You know, this is whatever I sent you as your link in Canva. This is the main thing. You don't want to really mess with the main thing because you want to go back to it. Your link will always work and pull you back to whatever document that you had purchased, but having it all within your Canva account and not having a bunch of links, it just makes it easier. So you have your second document here, and let's say we want to get rid of the background. We want something totally different. We're still on the mermaid kick, So we're going to go into mermaids and back into photos. All right, so I did that. For me, it's a right click on my mouse and I replace the background, okay? And that's loud and out of control, right? You can't see anything. So you click on your background. You can reduce the opacity up here, opacity. And you can bring it down like this. To change the color of your background, you click on the background and you go up here to the little background color icon, and you can change it to anything you want. Let's say you don't want a graphic or a photo in the background. You just want a plain background. There you go. Let's pick another one. So in here, we'll work on some text. If you have one that doesn't have a text box and you want to add one, that's really simple. Or if you have one that has a text box and you want to eliminate it, also very simple. We'll start with this one. To change the text, you just click it, just like any other program. And then up here, you can choose any font you want. Should you buy a special font that you really love and you want to put that in here, you just go down here to upload a font. And it's really as simple as uploading that file. I think they take the OTF files and one other. I'm a designer, but I'm really bad at like the technical terms. But yeah, it takes the two main font files and you put them in there and you're good to go. You can change your font. So say we want something a little more bold. Okay, so that's how you change the font. And if you want to get rid of this, you would just delete it. And then this box here, you want to keep for the placeholder of it. And you want to like visually inspect and see what you want to do with this area. So if you want to just add photos, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, okay, visually what I think would look the best is if I got rid of these 3 photos on the bottom here and extended this so I could have one more kind of like medium-sized photo there. You might disagree. You might think these should be 3 boxes, in which case you're going to do something different, but I'm going to do this route. So I'm just going to pull this down and it'll snap in. Do you see how that's snapping in? So let that snap in. Double check your sides. Make sure those are all lined up before you move anything else. Make sure that's lined up on top. That's what makes this so cool, is everything's type A lined up. And then you'll want to delete these. And you're left with this color box. And this color box, every box that I put in there is actually a photo box. So you can just drop a photo into there. And now you have no text. And you just reverse that. If you wanted to add a text box, you click on any box that you want to add text to. Let's make it a small one up here. We're going to go up to the color, and right now it has no color. It has a photo. We want to change it to bright yellow, and we're going to put that there. And then we want to add a text box. So we're going to go over here to text, and you just want to add a text box. Okay. And it's really, really tiny right there. So immediately enlarge that up here with your font size. Make it like really big just so you can find that box. Whatever you want to say in there. So let's just say like, I love you. And we're going to want to change the size, make it a little bit smaller because we're going to put it in that little yellow box over there. I know I made it bigger and then I made it smaller, but I don't know. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And that's it. You just put it over there. You want it centered in the box, and the program is going to do that for you. If you ever see dotted pink line, that means it's centering within the visual, okay, of what it's centering. Not the center of the document, but in the center of like right now, it's centering with that square way up there that is identical to it. And it's also centering obviously within its own square. Okay. And see if you do that, if you catch it right there, you're going to see that you're going to also get that other center, the top and bottom center. So you know you're centered. That's really helpful. It's one of my faves. We're going to mess up our centering by making the lines closer together. This is where that is up here. And I want that to just be a little bit closer. And then I'm going to do what I just did all over again right there. Okay. So we've got that in there, and that looks really cool, right? So you can do as many of those as you want. You can also change the sizes of all your boxes. So let's say you're a teacher and you want to do like an end of the year memory poster for your class. You might want this big one to be the class photo, for example, and then you might want all these smaller ones to actually be all exactly the same size because you just want to put all of your kids' photos in from the year, like their school photos. So to do that, it's a lot of lining up. If you're careful about it, you really only have to drag right over to the next thing because everything is already lined up. If you ever feel like you want to just double check, just do a little check around and make sure it snaps in, and that means it's lined up with the others. Okay. Grab the nearest box that's identical to the box you want to be putting there. Command C, Command V. When you grab it, wait, it'll catch it that way. Now, you might run into a situation where it's not exactly the same, so it won't just pop right in and be perfect on all 4 sides, because maybe that upper row is just a touch bigger in a different way, because to make the size, to make the shape of the heart, we did have to be a little bit creative with that. So you want to line up whenever you add something new to a row or a column, line her up like so. And there you go. And that's what you're doing everywhere. So you can take that out and add those. Over here, you can do the teachers there on the sides and then have the center filled with kids. So you can do whatever you want with this. And likewise, you can go bigger. You can get rid of all of these, right? And have one giant photo in the center. Okay. And you just got to go around and click and remove. And you gotta go twice, okay? So you gotta get rid of the picture, and then you're getting rid of the box that the picture was in, okay? Because these are all picture boxes. Over here, you're gonna have to, do some adjusting, things like that. Canva has so much for you. You can have so much fun with this. If you go up into elements, we're gonna stick with our mermaid theme, okay? And we're gonna go into graphics, and I want to do all kinds of things. I want to get rid of these guys because now we're doing something totally different. We're going to ungroup this because we're going to do some things. All right. So I'm going to scroll through and I want to make sure I'm only picking the ones that don't have crowns. Okay. So personally, I really love the purple. So I am going to use this one. I thought that was really cool. You just drag your element into your document, grab the bounding boxes to size it. I'm going to highlight all of that. And then I'm going to cruise around up here in fonts and see what's available to me. And immediately I found this that I really like. It has like a whimsical feel. And let's pick a color for it. Let's go with, let's do the yellow for right now. We're going to get rid of this background. So we're just going to delete. And then we're going to search for under the sea background and see what we have here. Okay. So you can do, you can do anything you want. If you don't want to do under the sea, you just want the vibe of under the sea. You can do, like, for example, watercolor, purple, green, something like that. And you'll have all this stuff come up. You can type in anything and throw that in the background, either by doing attach it to the background or go up to position, layers, everything is right here, but you want this to be in the back. So it's one of the first things because it just got placed. So you find it and you drag it all the way to the back, and then you can enlarge it a little bit if you want to make it a little bit bigger. Let's reduce the opacity a little bit, like so. Something like that. And then I also want to add more. I want to add bubbles. And again, we are looking for no crown. It's not really bubbles, but I do like that texture. So I'm going to leave that. I'm going to send it to the back. A quicker way to send that to the back is, again, in position. Instead of going to layers and sliding it to the back, you're going to go to arrange, and then you can send it to the back. And then that's all the way behind everything. Now I want real bubbles, because those were not bubbles, but you know, it's not the destination, it's the journey, isn't it, my friends? All right, so these are some bubbles. Okay, that's cute. All right, so we're going to reduce the opacity. I'm a big fan, obviously, of reduced opacity, and we're going to send it to the back. Okay, so we're getting a lot of layers, a lot of texture here. I mean, you can go as simple or as far as you want to go. Go as extra. Bruh, you're doing too much. Go ahead and do too much. All right, so I want to add my under the sea little world. So here we go. Let's find one. Ooh, he's cute, right? Okay, so we add him in. If you really want to keep that down there, you can add this little guy somewhere else. He can be like walking right here on top of this little one here. So cute, right? Okay, so you are in complete control. Change your fonts, change the color of your fonts. Everything you need for fonts are up here. You have your font list, you have your font size, font color here. Some fonts let you do these items, but not every font does. So almost every font will let you underline and strike through and do all caps, but not everyone will let you do bold or italics, but that's where they're located. This is alignment within your text boxes. So left justification, right justification, all that stuff. If you wanted to make a list or bullets, this is where that is. We started to go over spacing. We have our letter spacing and our line spacing. One of those is kerning, one of those is leading. I don't know. I have a degree in it. I don't know. I actually got asked that once in a job interview on a test they gave me. And I was like, oh my God, you're testing me? Forget it. I don't want this job. Like, there's no way. Like, that's not how my brain works. All right, effects. Effects are really fun. So you're clicked on the item that you want to add effects to. So that would be the font here. We can add a shadow, a little bit of a lift, an outline. That's a popular one. Splice. I mean, you get the idea. Go through. Have fun, do what you wish. You are free to move about the cabin at your leisure here in Canva. And when you're completed with your document, you don't have to worry about saving. Canva saves as you go, but you're going to want to download it. So you're going to want to go to Share, Download, and maybe you're going to want to ping, and you can do anything you want. JPEG, PDF for print if you're going to do a poster. All of these choices you can print out. So you're going to download, and then you'll have the file on your desktop, and you can pull that up and do whatever you would like to do with that. If you run into some like serious trouble and you need help, you need a bailout, go to Share, and it says right here, only you can access. So these are your templates. Once you click on this template, it's all you. Like, you're no longer connected to my program. You're not hitched to my wagon or whatever they say. You're on your own. So you want to change this to anyone with the link can edit, okay? And then you're going to copy the link, message me on Etsy, not on YouTube, because unfortunately I don't really check my YouTube messages, but I'm on Etsy all the time, or my email, and send me that link and tell me what's wrong, and I can go in and I can fix it. Now, when I go into there, I cannot see your stuff over here. So when you'll have a bunch of uploads over here, and your main Canva account might have like many private things, whatever projects you're working on. I can't see any of that. Don't worry. I can only see this template, what's in this screen here. Again, I cannot see any of the photos you have uploaded over here. So any photos you want me to be doing anything within your document, make sure you dump them in first. So even if it looks like this, where I just like you just dumped all your photos in, that's fine. And then at least I can see your photos, and then I can put them where they need to go, as opposed to you saying, oh, just go get them. You know, you're thinking I'm all over your account. I can't. I can only get right here. But I'm happy to go in and help you anytime you need anything at all. Don't struggle. And I think we covered a lot. I feel like, I don't know, today was kind of a funky day. It's been raining the last couple days here. I just felt like I wanted to get this done, and I wanted to just have some fun with it. So nothing was structured, nothing scripted. I hope that it went well, and I hope that that structure works. If you have anything that you want to learn about or something I didn't cover in here, let me know. All right. Thank you so much. Until next time.